In your face apparel, a brand redefining innovation, customization, and quality in the industry. Let's uncover how creativity and craftsmanship drive your success. Founding your brand, what inspired you to start in face apparel? How did you decide to focus on unique decorating process and private labeling? So thank you so much, Dog. Welcome on the Vector Art podcast. Today we diving into the world of fashion towards made in USA. In your face apparel, a brand redefining innovation, customization, and quality in the industry. Let's uncover how creativity and craftsmanship drive your success. The
Okay.
first question, founding your brand, what inspired you to start in face apparel? How did you decide to focus on unique decorating process and private labeling?
My career started as a promotional products distributor, and I
Mhm.
had some needs. This is over 20 years ago for
Wow.
specific projects, and those being custom apparel. I couldn't find suppliers that could do more fashion forward retail now products. The actual decorating part of that folds into being unique decorating, which wasn't commodity like screen print and embroidery, and
Right.
making it more unique and special.
So when you say competition in today's world, a lot of competition happening. Is competition something pulling you back? I mean, do you feel competition 20 years you've been doing this?
I think that when you're very unique, you need competition, and
Right.
I'll explain why. It's very difficult for a supplier to educate a market, meaning
Right.
the more unique your product, sometimes the more difficult it is to advertise or sell because
Right.
your customer base has to have enough knowledge to be able to market mass and
Mhm.
sell it. So I
Right.
used to get really excited about very, very unique decorating, but it was so hard to market that I realized that the relationships that you have to build with your larger customers
Right.
allows the opportunity to collaborate and to create more value add products.
Right. In regards to exhibitions and you've been participating in different expos, is that really fruitful to you, Doc? Is it really benefiting to the organization, or are we just doing it for the brand recall?
The shows,
Yes. Is it fruitful?
you have to make them fruitful and profitable. And the best way to do that is your pre-show marketing,
Mhm.
your show schedule, how many appointments did you set?
Right.
Because if it's an ASI show, it's a day and a half. It's the larger PPI show, it's over 3 days. You have that time available to communicate and to network with your clients and your potential clients all in one
Right.
location. So scheduling a lot of meetings makes it cost effective. Pre-show marketing, pre-show initiatives makes it better. And then your
Mhm.
post-show follow-up. If you
Right.
don't have proper processes for any one of those, you're wasting your time.
True.
So
I agree. I
so if
agree.
you show up and you expect to meet the account of your dreams, it's not going to happen. Don't do some form of pre-show marketing to let people know you're going to be there. They won't build
True.
you in your plans. And if you don't do the post-show follow-up, it's worthless as well. So I tell people the shows are like pitching a tent. I go to the
True.
show, I pitch my tent, I pack up and I leave. What do you take from that is up to you and your show processes.
True. And like I agree with you, if you don't work on your post follow-ups or shows, it's a waste of participating.
Yes.
The second question on your screen, made in the USA, your manufacturing is entirely in the US. What are the benefits and challenges of keeping products domestic and how has it shaped your company's identity?
We do a lot of product. We do domestic, we do import, we do Mexico. I say Mexico separate than import because we ship out of San Diego. The challenge always is labor
Right.
cost, competing with import. And as you know, and the audience knows,
Mhm.
import now comes with uncertainties of variable costs, which is the tariffs.
Yes.
Mhm. And most of the distributors don't realize that there is a lot of cost that's being eaten by the supplier because sometimes it's easier just to absorb something because we all believe it's temporary and we want to
Right.
be as partnering as we can with our distributor. So I would tell you that domestic, although you have some other things, the expense, it gives you control. One of the things that I like to do is figure out how to take something that's import and how to manufacture it domestic. How do we do this in our facility? How can I get
Right.
the right equipment? How can I
Right.
eliminate that? And we've done that. We started doing our embossing on fleece in our
Right.
factory. Prior to that, it was a very higher quantity minimum, and it was overseas, and there was timing and all these other things. And to figure out how to do embossing in our facility is a game changer. And we can
Right.
market that and we can do it fast. We can do it in a couple weeks, low minimums, only 50 pieces. And it gives the distributor a really high value because it's still not commodity, but on
Right.
fleece, it's a really in-demand way to decorate.
I agree. And rightly you said a lot of hidden charges also from the supplier. You always have to look into the depth. The third question, innovation and customization. How do you stay ahead in fashion forward appeal trends while catering to the diverse needs of retail brands and private label clients?
Again, we're in a very fortunate position because we do everything. We do embroidery, we do screen printing, we do dye sublimation, we do
Wow.
embossing. On the screen printing, we do water-based discharge, we do jumbo, we do belt printing, we do our own
Wow.
tie-dyeing. So we can react very fast to industry trends. Typically, the blank market, if you will, the distributor suppliers that
Mhm.
supply the main brands, sometimes they're behind trend and sometimes they're on trend. But when you can react like us and have everything on trend and have a solution, it puts us in a really good spot to capture very short turn time special projects.
I get it. Well, I understand the challenge. Well, the fourth question, business growth and partnership, your favorite. Can you share a story where your approach to custom manufacturing or private labeling significantly impacted a client success?
Yes, I can. So this is before pharmaceutical regulations change as far as values in the promotional market that you can give out.
Right.
We at the time were doing a lot of rhinestones. This is years ago. There was only one specific product. I'm not going to name names, but there was one supplier that had a cotton spandex lady t-shirt, and
Mhm.
it was expensive. At that time, we were also manufacturing in New Jersey. We were actually sewing in our factory in New Jersey. And I had a client send me a lot of product from that manufacturer.
Wow.
And I told the customer, I said, look, you know, I can save you money. I can put a private label in here and I can give you a full package and I can give you more margin.
Okay.
She actually returned all the product. So my order went from say a $40,000 decorating order to a $170,000 full package order.
Oh my God.
Customer made more money. The private label, she sold it multiple times more. The customer, my customer's customer felt a lot of value to have the private label. And we also custom sewed something that the customer loved from a fit standpoint.
Wow.
It takes a strong salesperson on the distributor side to
Mhm.
want to do that. The easiest thing to do is to take your order, do go through the normal processes and channels and try to make your normal margin. It's more
Right.
difficult to upsell, but guess what? That
I,
customer that you upsell your private label, they are connected to you now because you've created something unique. You can't
yes.
fit it
Yes.
out. You can't make it commodity. It's special. That will create margin and brand and customer loyalty.
Which every suppliers and distributor, the owner forgets that. I mean, they forget about a customer coming back and ordering them again because now everybody has a lot of orders, lot of orders. They forgot that they have less repeat orders.
Correct.
That is why you said you have to check with your customer. Is he happy post getting the product?
I want to add one other thing. Apparel,
Sure.
wearables is the number one category in the industry.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So when you look at that, when I've met with distributors, I've opened up and I've said, I'll help you sell more mugs.
Right.
Mugs. And they kind of look at me and I say, let me tell you why. Because I'm going to show you product in the number one category that you can go see a new customer and say, I'm going to show you something very unique,
Oh my God.
something that no one else has showed you. And it may not be a fit, okay? It may not be something that that customer is buying at that time, or it might not be a fit for that company, but you've separated yourself to sell now the easier sale. If I can show
Right.
you something so unique and fashionable and something that's specific for you, give me the easy order too. And it
Amazing.
separates you.
Agree. Very rightly, you because you have 20 years experience, which is showing in your work, and that's how you take it so nicely, performable, and appreciate the hard work that you've been doing. Let's look at the fifth question. Where do you see the future of apparel manufacturing and custom branding heading, and what excites you most about the next chapter in your face apparel company?
What I hope is I hope that there will be some value placed on made in the USA because I'm going to tell you, every large project we get, you're still competing with an import option. The
Right.
customer's still going with budget. If we can get the USA product to have a fair chance to compete against import, that's going to benefit our economy and USA manufacturers.
True.
Where do I see that going? I see the tariff uncertainty creating, at minimum, breaking up some of the just made in China, Pakistan for fleece and things like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Looking at
Yeah.
other countries for country of origin. However, we're still in a promotional space where time and quantities are very important.
True. And maximum things, raw material are still coming from China.
Some.
Yes. And I
Yes.
mean,
Yeah, a lot
rightly
of the
so that.
fabric, a lot of the fabric, a lot of the yarn, even if it's spun in the US, it's imported in from China, that yarn. There's a lot of factors here.
Right. A lot of factors, honestly. Well, that was an inspiring chat about innovation, passion, and made in USA excellence. Big thanks to our guest. Thank you so much for you being here and sharing your journey. Stay tuned to Vector Art Podcast for more stories shaping the future of branding and design. If anybody wants to get in touch with you, Doc, what is the best email address that they can get?
Doug at
Uh, Thank
inyourfaceapparel.com.
you. Thank you so much, Doc, once again.
All
And
right,
you have a
thank you.
lovely day ahead.
All right, bye-bye.